Hello and thank you for watching this video. I'm Tianfang Wang, a second-year PhD student at Penn State. So I'm very excited that one of my designs I submitted for the AAAL Design competition was selected to be the phone wallet this year, this one. So I've always been very passionate about creating and working on art projects, so this means a lot to me. Also, it's very nice to know that I can contribute to the uplink community this way, since all the profits selling this would go to the fund for the future of applied linguistics. So today I'm here to share my experience with you and to share with you some of the tips that I find useful designing for AAAL Design competition. So my first tip would just be to get started, to give it a try. I know as graduate students, we don't have much time, but I think it's really worth it to take the time to submit your design because it really helps you to reflect on your understanding on what applied linguistics is. So by visualizing it, it helps to deepen your understanding of who we are as a field. And don't be afraid of creating your own materials. So I know a lot of graduate students like me feel like we're not professional artists. So we might not have the ability to do complex drawings. We might not have the knowledge to use technology to edit them. But I think that shouldn't stop us, because if we look at the greatest designs in our lives, they're the most simplest looking ones. So what's important is the idea of the design. Plus, once you have a good idea, you can always ask your friends to help you out. So you can collaborate with them or ask them to show you different ways to edit your work. So the second tip would be to make sure that your design conveys a clear message. A message that at the same time reflects your beliefs and is appropriate for your audience. So the question then becomes how your design can communicate what your understanding of applied linguistics is and at the same time represent everyone else's interests. We all have our specialized areas of research, but remember that we're designing for the whole community and everyone else needs to see a piece of their research interest in your design as well. So I think a really good way to get a better understanding of what the field as a whole is working on is to attend as many AAAL sessions as possible. So we usually just go to the ones that we are interested in, the topics that we have been working on. But I think going to sessions in different strengths and exploring different topics can help us to see other people's perspectives. And that really helps us to bring everyone's perspectives in one design to represent the field. So these are the things that we might need to keep in mind when we're designing for the AAAL Design competition. We might also need to consider what styles of designs are more acceptable, are more appropriate for the AAAL Design, for the AAAL events. So if you're not sure, maybe you can consider submitting several designs, multiple drafts or multiple styles of designs if you want. So the third tip would be for us to think about the designing process as writing process. We're all really familiar with the process of writing, and we know that no one writes perfect first drafts. And this is the same. Once you have that clear message in mind, you might want to consider just start doodling, trying to put something together. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. So I usually get my ideas while trying to do something, while trying to create something rather than before. Once you have something on paper or once you have your first draft, that's a good time to talk to your friends, to explain to them what your ideas are and what kinds of messages you're trying to convey with your design, and have them look at your design and see if your design communicates them. Just like with writing, a lot of new ideas could come from the conversation with other people. So that was my experience designing for the competition and 3 tips that I wanted to share. I hope you enjoyed them, and thank you again for watching.